I am really excited to talk to you girls today, but if you don't mind, let me take a selfie. Woo! So I'm just gonna take a selfie so everybody knows how amazing I am, that I'm on stage right now. And smile. Perfect, okay. Time for filtering. Ooh, oh yeah, skinny filter, tan filter, prettier than I really am filter. Let's stick with, I'm gonna go lo-fi. Lo-fi is just like a classic, you know. All right, now for the caption. So humbled up here, you know. Just about to speak on selfies, but first, let me take a selfie. Hashtag I woke up like this. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag girl world. Hashtag love anchored. Hashtag outfit of the day. Right? Isn't that our world? Don't you love the selfies and the posts and the Instagram and the Facebook? They make us look just a little bit better than we really are, right? Like a little bit prettier. I have this great quote. Thank you, Instagram filters, for you have helped me put out many works of photographic fiction that make me appear cooler, tanner, and thinner than I actually am. Natural lighting may be my nemesis, but lo-fi is my BFF. Lilas, for those of you who don't know, Lilas is love you like a sister. So you can hashtag that any old time you want. Actually, what's really funny is I was backstage in the bathroom. I didn't actually have my phone, but I was, putting on lip gloss, and then I was trying to go like this and pretend and see, what it would look like and whatever. And then I turn around, and a security guy is like this. And I go, oh, no, I wasn't doing that. I'm going to do that on stage. And he's like, yeah. I was like, no, but really, like, I don't care what I look like. I was practicing. And he's like, okay, well, bye, like, good luck. And I was like, dang it, I can never ever win here. So today I'm gonna talk to you about self-image. And some of you, if you were here last year, you saw me run on the fake treadmill, and I actually wanted to ride that bike. And last night, Allie, who founded Wonderfully Made, popped the back of the tire because she did not want me riding on the back. I was like, are you serious? I really wanted to do that. If I couldn't be on a fake treadmill, right, I should be doing something crazy. But maybe I'll do something later, I don't know. So what's so crazy about social media is that we all do it, and we all use it, and we all have a lot of the same experiences, but we're still like a little embarrassed to talk about it, right? Like back maybe like 6 months ago, a year, if someone went on a vacation and then you saw them in real life, but you'd already looked at their pictures, and they were like, well, I just went on this vacation. You're like, oh, cool, where'd you go? But really, you know where they went, you know who went, what they ate, what outfits they wore, you know everything, right? Now, so you pretend that you didn't stalk them. Now what we do is when someone goes somewhere, they're like, I posted on Facebook, you didn't see? I'm like, no, sorry, I haven't been on for, 5 minutes. They're like, well, yeah, just go look at my pictures. That's how you can know. So we've kind of changed from being a little bit embarrassed about the whole world of it, and now we're like more open with our stalking skills. It's scary, but it's true. So today I'm gonna talk to you about self-image and the storm of media and culture and just society in general, and what it does to the boat that we live in of our self-image. And self-image is really 3 parts. It's not just our physical image. It is part of that, but there are other things. So it's 3 parts. 1 is our appearance, how we look. 2 is our personality, so what our character traits are like and just the kind of person we are. And then 3 is our abilities, so what we can do. Okay, so it's how we look, what our personality is like, and then what we can do. And society and media have something to say about all of them. Every single one, they will tell us, you need to look this way, do this, and be this kind of person to be happy, beautiful, loved, worthy, etc., right? So for most of society, the mass media provides the content from which we develop our sense of self, the nature of our relationships, our view of the world, and our deepest values and concerns. Media influence us daily in the areas of money, sex, power, violence, body image, life purpose, and faith. So pretty much everything. If you want to talk about a storm, right, there's constantly media messages coming at us. We are trying to live our lives. We're on this boat, and yet there's stuff at us all over the place. And I'm going to go through all of those, what the media says about each 3 of our areas of self-image. So first, appearance. According to the media, there's a very narrow definition of what beauty is, one that very few women can even attain, and even those ones, the ones that we think are so beautiful and perfect and have it all together, For me, I think George Clooney's wife is so amazing. She's so beautiful. I could stare at pictures of her for an hour. But anyway, I'm sure there's something that she doesn't like about herself, right? There's some insecurity that she has. So no matter what, we have this crazy goal, and we can never reach it. We can never, ever get there. It just keeps getting higher and higher. There's always something more. We'll never be fully satisfied, right? So we have to have a tiny waist and these long, thin limbs, right? And then also big boobs and a big butt. And it's like, they don't go together, right? For most of us, for 99% of us, it's not how the body works. Please, God, let all the fat go to my boobs, right? That's what we're praying, okay. Everywhere else, keep it perfect, right? It's insane. Then we have, so no body fat, and they're just this perfect shape. We have to do these intense, crazy workouts, but don't get muscular, right? Gross. Ew, don't be too buff. Don't be manly. But do all these workouts where you're sweating every day and you're dying. It's crazy. Everything the media tells us, the storm washes us one way, and then the opposite message comes the other way. And we're just stuck in the middle, not knowing what to do, right? Fabulous hair. Now we've got Pinterest, so you should always have braids flying out everywhere. I don't know. If it's straight, it'd be better if it was curly, right? If your hair is curly, it'd be better if it was less frizzy, just straight, right? No matter what you have, the opposite would be better. Obviously, so that you can buy the products to make your hair and your body and your shape the opposite of what it naturally is. But then we're told to be natural, right? But we also have to wear makeup, a lot of makeup. We have to look good, but don't look like you're wearing it, right? It's like, ew, gross, caked on, but don't come out natural, good God. Geez. And then we need this fabulous tan skin, but all the messages are saying, but sunscreen, sunscreen. It's like, okay, all right, everybody, forget it. No sunscreen, all right, self-tanner, go, 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 crazy, self-tan all over the place. So we've got splotches everywhere, just trying to look natural, but not be natural in any way, shape, or form. It's insane. And let's not even talk about fashion and keeping up with the latest trends and all that stuff going on. And this is a standard and a goal that, like I said, we're never going to reach it. As soon as you get somewhere with the idea of, oh, if I'm skinnier, oh, if I look this way, if I weighed this, if I had this kind of appearance or shape, then I would be happy. It's that ever stretching to never being happy. And I don't care if you're 5 years old to 95 to whatever. Little girls, middle school girls, high school girls, 20s, middle-aged grandmas, they all feel it every day because that's what we're getting in our storm of the media. And we're being rocked and crazy and going all like this. And there's one thing, one man, one amazing truth that we want to tell you today. The only thing that will not take you through a storm, he is the refuge from your storm, is Jesus. And he says, calm this storm, quiet your soul. And the world, the media is shouting, right? We cannot get away from it. And then God is speaking in a whisper, right? It's so hard to hear him sometimes. It's all coming at us, and we're like, I hear something that's different. Give me more. And that's what we're here to say today, that the whisper of God's love for us is the truth. And we women in this room can get rid of the shouts and the storms and listen to the whisper and the quiet and the calming of the storms of our society and say, that's the truth. And then it gets louder, right? The more you walk towards it, the more you're like, oh yeah, this stuff doesn't really affect me as much anymore. I can see it and it kind of rolls off because I know the truth. I know the whisper of the one who says, you can't change anything to make me love you more. You just can't. I'm just crazy about you as you are now. You can't add or take away. Nothing will change how I love you. Whew, okay, I got off on that already. Here we go. Back to personality. So with personalities, we're getting, again, these crazy mixed messages, right? You have to be extroverted, but not obnoxious. Politically correct, but not boring. Sarcastic, but also sweet. Stylish and classy. Fun, but also serious at the right time. Confident, but not stuck up. Kind, but bold. Sexy, but pure. Adventurous, but stable. Spontaneous, but reliable. Deep, but also silly. Smart, but not a know-it-all. Don't annoy us. Be the girl that everybody likes, all the boys want to be with. You have boyfriends and friends, and your family loves you, and you're a great daughter and a great sister, but you're also learning how to be independent, be your own woman. And it's just exhausting even reading this, right? Let alone living it. I'm like, oh God, I got maybe one of those things on there, but yikes, it's so much. Then we get to our abilities, what we can and can't do. We have to be smart, educated, well-read, well-traveled, talented, have money, be passionate about multiple causes, start a nonprofit, be an amazing cook, create all the holiday crafts on Pinterest, have an eye for design, be able to keep flowers alive. You should have a hobby, volunteer experiences, be on a committee, play a sport that could possibly lead to a scholarship, have a plan for your future, a desired degree, and a career path. And besides all that, please only order and eat organic, gluten-free, non-GMO, soy, almond, coconut milk, vegan, and locally sourced, farm-to-table superfoods. And then you will be happy, your life will be good, and you'll be enough, right? Easy, okay, the day's done. Let's go out there and do it. Good job, girls. How on earth? And just, on a personal note, to be honest, the things that I'm passionate right now, like I really love you girls, but I'm really passionate about sitting on my couch, preferably wearing no pants, watching TV, and eating cereal. That is seriously what I'm passionate about right now. And the world tells me that's not enough, right? Okay, fine. Tomorrow I'll try something else. But we get these crazy ideas of what we have to be and how we have to look, and the reality is it's not a reality. It doesn't happen that way. And we will kill ourselves, and girls are literally killing themselves, literally in hospitals today, dying because they tried to be a certain weight, right? So what are we gonna do as this generation, and the moms and the grandmas who are here, to get us all out of this and on to the whisper, right? On to the whisper that tells us the truth. So just this week, I pulled some magazine headlines out for you, and I thought these would be fun for us to read. Barbara just had another birthday. She watches her diet, exercises when she can, is in pretty good shape. In fact, she should be the poster child for the Fountain of Youth headline we see on the covers of fashion mags around the globe. What's her secret? It's not just the occasional Botox peel or filler, or even her assortment of skin creams that could rival the anti-aging section of your local Sephora. Barbara has always been cutting edge. Okay. Here is prescription for perfection, right? We have to be perfect. Guess whose cleavage? Match the assets to their celebrity owners. This woman wants you to have it all, but by all, she doesn't just mean the big job. She also means happiness, inner peace, and yes, a family you have time to see. Okay, amazing. Isn't it great? Like no makeup, sexily tousled strands can be oddly complicated. That's why we've put the effortless back into effortless looking hair. Ready? The simplest way to be a true hot mess. Okay. The Insta makeup trend, from clowning videos to wacky lip challenges, online tutorials can get a little insane. Here's the secret to easily rocking popular Instagram looks. Take off 10 pounds from your bod, or just look like you did. Your weight-slashing house tour begins. Now they're gonna take you around every room in your house and tell you what to get rid of so you can lose weight. Okay. Got hashtag Fitspo? Apparently this is some kind of fitness inspiration, I don't know. Whether you wanna reach a running goal or hold a plank for a minute, these fitness instas will seriously motivate you. In this case, it's totally okay to be a follower, but not in any other case, right? Don't do what everyone else is doing, but be exactly like everybody else, please. Get it together. Okay, cutting up the Kardashians. All the women in Khloe's family have undergone cosmetic surgeries too. Good, there's all the before and afters. Fountain of Youth. These stars get more beautiful with time. Here are some of their secrets to looking fabulous. This is my personal favorite. What he thinks when you're being emoji-null. The kissing face, the smirk, hard eyes, all those faces could translate so many ways. So before you hit send on that text, turn the page to find out if you're giving guys the right message, right? Okay, there we go. And that was just, I took maybe 4 magazines from this week. You look through any, and you can laugh at the headlines if you're willing to. If you're thinking that you need to be like that, then you're in another trouble, another place. And these are just the storms that I've faced, that maybe some of you face, that we see from the media, and each of you can have your own personal pressures, your own personal added things in your storm, right? You've all got something even more beyond just these basic things that you have to be doing, right? I'll tell some of the moms what basic means later, actually. For all you middle school girls, high school girls. Okay, so what happens to this is we get stuck in our storm, and life is crazy. And we can survive in a storm, right? If it's raining outside, we can walk outside and we'll live. We'll get wet. It's cool. It's fine. But it's not the best place for us to be, right? The best place for us to be is in safety, comfort. It's a refuge, right, from that storm. And that is what God provides for us. And he's the only one that does, because every single person in your life is going to want something from you, right? They're going to expect something. And if you did this a little bit more, a little bit better, you'd be even better. So just do it. Why not? Keep going. This never-ending cycle of trying to be better, trying to be more, trying to be perfect. Media and society are, I think the best word for me to describe it, they're harsh. They're very harsh on us, right? Because they want us to buy the products and do all the things that we should be doing. One day it's this diet, the next day that diet is so stupid. Why did you kill yourself that day doing it? Now do this diet, right? There's always something more. They're harsh. They want us to whip our bodies into shape and only eat this and not have any fun because we're waking up at 5 to go to the gym, to do this, then to have our career, then to have a family, then to go to school, then to everything. It's crazy. And they're harsh on us. And if you walk away with anything today, my hope is that it's this: God is tender. He just looks at you with a tenderness that we cannot even fathom. It's the way that a mom looks at her new baby, just, oh my gosh, enthralled. This tenderness that we can't even fathom, that he's saying, you can't do anything more. I am so tender towards you. And we're so harsh on ourselves, and other people are so harsh on us. And the media and the world and all the messages are so harsh. And God's saying, hey, if you come over here, I'm all about everything you got going on. Every curve, every cellulite, little whatever, dimple, all your personality traits. I'm nuts about every single one. Come here and let me tell you. Let me show you how tender I am towards you. His heart towards us is that he would wrap us up in everything that we might assume are flaws. Right now, that's a kind of a trendy thing, like, love your flaws, blah, blah, blah. Well, the Bible says, all beautiful you are, my darling, there is no flaw in you. He doesn't even see a flaw in you. So the thing that the world says is a flaw that you need to learn to love and accept and blah, 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 God doesn't even see a flaw. He's like, I made you, there is no flaw in you. All beautiful you are, my darling, no flaw in you. And that is a very tender message for women in a harsh world to be hearing, right? Okay. Whew. Get on my little something. All right. So I found this verse just 2 days ago. It was so amazing. In 2 Samuel, God does this. He reached down from on high and he took hold of me. He drew me out of deep waters. The Lord was my support. He brought me into a spacious place. He rescued me because he delights in me. Isn't that amazing? In this storm, I just think of this big, huge, amazing God going, oh no, girl, I got you. I got this. You come to me. You come to me, and I will show you how very tender I am towards you. And a lot of you, you've done something in your life or made mistakes or whatever, and so you're very harsh on yourself. You have guilt and sadness, and you just don't like who you are and don't think you're enough. And God is saying, oh no, I am so tender towards all those parts of you. He's not harsh. He's not like humans. He is tender. He's tender towards us. He loves those parts of us, and he longs to show compassion to us. That's his favorite thing. So it's like, okay, make a mistake. Go say sorry. Let him show compassion. That's your favorite thing. Why not? He loves every bit of you. All right, now, I told a friend of mine that I was going to be at a conference with Bethany Hamilton, and she goes, oh my gosh, the Real Housewife? And I go, no, what? Of course, I knew who it was. I was like, Bethany Frankel, oh shoot. And then I was like, no. And I'm all, Bethany Hamilton, have you ever heard of her? She's like, no. I'm like, okay, sorry, Bethany, if you're back there. But, but it kind of was the perfect example of the world we live in, right? It's all about reality, it's all about TV, it's all about drama and gossip and the craziness of friends who fight with each other, and they're always crying, and the screenshots to here's all the women gossiping about each other, then it shoots to the other person who's doing whatever, gossiping about them back, and it's just this crazy world that we live in, and society makes it seem normal. But I actually don't have that many friends that make me cry. I can't really think of any, to be honest. And another ounce of honesty is the most dramatic thing that happened to me this week was I almost pooped my pants on the way to work on Wednesday. And I was like, that's actually real life, right? No one shows that in the TVs. That's actually real life. That's my drama. How the heck am I going to go to work now? Luckily, I made it, just barely, though. But we get this, I'm going to get in trouble for that one, but oh well. We get this idea that drama is supposed to always be the ups and the downs and the crazy, and it's like, not really, Nobody I know really goes through that. And if you are that kind of friend that loves the drama and that's always looking to see who you can, find out something secret about them and then tell somebody else and all of that stuff, oh, please stop. Just enough. Enough. No more gossiping, no more leaving girls out, whether purposefully or not purposefully. If you're not purposefully leaving someone out, but you see that they feel left out, then it becomes purposeful. So walk over to them and say, can you sit with me? Can you be my friend? Right? So all the girls that you have your little crew, and then you see a girl over there who's lonely, but trying really hard, and everything you say, she goes, I like that too. Me too. Okay, yeah. Because she's desperately wants friends, wants to be involved, wants to be included. We've all been that girl. For sure, we've all been that girl. And we've all been the girls over here who have the option to walk over and say, come sit with us. You don't have to like the same stuff. It's actually annoying. Like whatever you want, right? But be my friend. I want to be your friend. And the more we realize that the drama and the gossip and the cliques and the mean girls, that's our world. Mean Girls is so funny and Clueless and all that stuff. And yeah, it's funny. But when it's real, it jacks up people's lives. So no more drama, no more gossip, no more leaving out, no more making other girls feel like they're not good enough or not pretty enough or tearing them down. Because when you tear other girls down, it shows that all the rest of us one thing. You aren't happy with who you are. You are so insecure with who you are that you're tearing other people down. And we all know it. And the older we get, the more we say, whoa, yeah, and it happens all the time. It's happening now, for 30s and 40s and 50s. It doesn't matter. It's this woman drama where we don't feel good about ourselves, so we take it out on other women. And it is really sad because we're amazing. And we could seriously do amazing things. I absolutely love being a girl. Okay, so Girl World, that's why I hashtagged Girl World. I don't know if I actually posted that picture. I meant to. I'll do it later. I don't actually post a lot of selfies, to be honest. But okay. So what the world is telling us, media and social media, is that we get this glimpse into everybody's world, and we see all their amazing, good, perfect things, and we don't see their struggles or any of the bad sides, right? So it's really easy as girls to not feel good enough when all you're seeing is perfection in all these different areas around you. So let's put it together, and here is the kind of woman we need to be. We need to have Princess Kate's class, T. Swift's long legs, Beyonce's ability to run the world, Blake Lively's fashion sense, Mother Teresa's reputation, Carrie Underwood's hair, or voice, I choose hair, Amy Schumer's humor, Jessica Alba's business savvy, Malawa's courage, Rachel Ray's cooking skills, the Kardashians' selfie skills, Sofia Vergara's sex appeal, Barbie's measurements, and then Bethany's surfing skills, right? We have to have it all to be happy. And this leads me to social media, right? Whew. All right, I'm exhausted, and that was just like magazines and TV. Now we're going to social media. Now we're interacting with it. And we're able to portray to the world who we are, who we think we should be or wish we were. And then they're looking back, and we're looking at them, and we're seeing all these little inside glimpses, but it's not the whole story. And we know it's not the whole story because my life doesn't look like my Instagram posts. There's a lot more to it. It's a beautiful little snapshot, but maybe it's 5 seconds of the day, right? The other part of the day wasn't so glam. It's like that for everybody, I believe. So what I want to, or am I in my slides? Anything? No, not there. Okay. Slides? Yeah, oh, perfect. Love this. Society, be yourself. Society, no, not like that. Gross. Be like everybody else, right? That's a new term, basic. Basic is when you're just like everybody else. You follow all the same trends. So right now, being basic is putting up autumn photos and pumpkin spice lattes and Ugg boots and all that and flannel and everything like that. And then they tell you you're basic. But then if you do your own thing, you don't look like everybody else. They're like, you aren't being, like everybody else. So you're just stuck. Be yourself, but gross, not like that. Okay, next one. Because what I want to talk about first, okay, perfect. How many of you, where's my phone? How many of you woke up this morning and the very first thing, maybe the second thing you did was this? Yes? Raise your hand. Anybody? First thing you did was look at your phone, scroll through all the Instagrams and all the Facebooks. If you're not raising your hand, maybe you did it like 5 minutes later, but you definitely did it, right? So it's this addiction to our phones, right? Where we whenever my phone's almost dying, every restaurant I go into, I'm like, can you plug this in? Okay, can you plug this in? And no matter where I go, who has a charger? Do you have a charger? Okay, what's your name? Okay, give it. It's crazy. I love this. This killed me. The judge says, you unplugged your grandmother's life support. I was at 1%, Your Honor. So amazing, right? It's so true. That's what we would do. And the judge is probably like, okay, case closed. Done. No worries, right? It's a crazy world that we live in. And we've got Instagram and selfies and Pinterest and LinkedIn and Facebook and now Periscope and everything, Snapchat. And with all of these, what we're doing, they're not bad, right? We're just learning to think critically about them. One thing that we're doing is when we're in a world of Snapchats and selfies, we aren't with the actual people that we're with. And that's sad. That you'll have the friend who's like always Snapchatting everything you're doing, and you're like, okay, I'm here, and she's showing everybody else, look at who we're with. And the girls that aren't in the snaps are like, oh, great, everybody's together. And again, it's that thing of not purposefully, but purposefully leaving people out and making them aware that they're left out, that I think needs to stop. So selfies, actually, I don't think they're all that bad if you're not missing the rest of your world. And people have actually been super into selfies for a long time now. Very rich men, kings, would hire painters to come into their home and paint pictures, portraits of them, that they could then hang up all over their castles, right? So this is actually kind of just, now everybody can do it, not just the rich and famous, but we've always had an obsession with ourselves. And if you've ever been to a third world country and you're playing with the kids, they're obsessed with digital cameras and your phone. And so they want you to take a picture of them and they just want to look at it. And they're like, it's me in a camera. And it's like, we have this desire to be beyond just the moment. We want to be preserved. We want to be able to see something beyond. So the desire of humanity to love a legacy beyond is fine. I mean, a lot of our selfies are like 20 a day, so it's not much of a legacy. But the bottom line is they're okay. It's something that we've always wanted. But I think what the issue is the motivation. Are you doing the selfies because you want to tell your friends that you're doing something cool and life is good? Then that's cool, whatever. Like, I love seeing pictures of my friends, whether it's a selfie or not, because I love them. They're amazing, and I like seeing what they're doing every second of their lives. And then the other end of the spectrum is, are you taking the selfie to get a certain number of likes, right? Are you taking it so people are like, you're so pretty, you're so amazing, oh my gosh. And then that's what your worth is based on. Because we all know the girls that are taking all these selfies and posing, I woke up like this, no makeup. It's like, I can see eyeliner, But, so the selfie itself is okay, it's not bad, but why are you doing it? What's the real purpose? If you want to show people what you're doing and you're with other people, why can't they be in the picture with you, right? And it's so funny are you like ever somewhere and you look across and you see a girl going, and you're like, oh my gosh, it looks so bad when people are doing selfies. Like, go to the bathroom, do something private. I don't know, it's awkward. It's awkward. And then we've got Pinterest, which it's a little bit crazy because if you get on, I have a Pinterest slide on here that shows some of the craziest posts. But it's pretty much every part of your life, how it could be better, cuter, prettier, more amazing. Look at this. I think I just wrote like fitness or health or something. These are what came up. Skinny rules, blah, 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 how to be sexy, how to get skinny. It's crazy. Pinterest has become another way where companies and marketing and advertisers can just tell us what we need to do and who we need to be to become better and more beautiful and more worthy, because then we'll be happy. And we all know that it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Facebook. We all know Facebook. Facebook's so old. Come on, we're all on Instagram now. But what we're doing with selfies and Instagram is we're showing a world that is partly true, right? It is our world, but there's so much more to that. And again, it's fun. It's awesome. Like I can do a whole talk on it. It's ridiculous. But it's all about the motivation. It's all about the, why am I doing this? Why am I posting this? And when I'm looking at other girls, am I saying, they are so perfect? Why are they so amazing? It's the way I feel when I look at George Clooney's wife. I'm like, why? How? Who exists like this? How did you do it? It's knowing that that's not true, just the way that your selfies and your little posts aren't the full truth of your life. We cannot compare our real life to other people's fake lives. Okay, we're going to always be on the self-worth and the self-image. We will not ever have that steady, safe boat among the storm of all the messages. And we try to project what we want people to think we are, right? Sporty, naturally beautiful, fashionista, volunteer, good Christian, or a mix of all of them. And what we post is part truth, but not always the full truth. So we have to remember this. We have to be thinking critically when we're looking at other people's posts, right? And say, okay, that may be what she's doing, and she may really look like that, but it's all right. It's not the whole story. There's more to it. It's not what I need to compare all my truth and all my real moments from waking up to going to bed and everything in between, right? So what I want to talk to you about quickly as a conclusion are a couple simple things, and I've already alluded to all of them. One, every single woman and girl, it doesn't matter how old you are, has dealt with not feeling good enough, not feeling pretty enough, and not feeling like you have friends that know the real you. We've all dealt with it, every single woman in this room and beyond. So if we could all join together, knowing that we've all felt like that, and move forward with encouragement and love and tenderness, the tenderness that we've gotten from God to give to other women, life will be so very much better. So number one, I want to talk about the no comparison, and that is this slide. It's admire someone else's beauty or whatever they're doing, or their fancy house, or their clothes, or their cute boyfriend, or whatever it is. We can admire all of those things about them, and we don't have to question our own worth. The two are not correlated at all. We can say, that is so amazing. And if you don't feel like that, say it out of your lips and see how long it takes for you to start feeling like that. That is so amazing. I'm so happy for you. It really doesn't affect if I'm nice or pretty or enough or whatever, right? It's different. They don't coincide. And what screws us all up is thinking, here's the thing that we have to reach, here's the reality, and then it always falls short, right? And the reality is your reality. What do you do every day? What do you look like? That's your reality. Nothing more. There's no more expectations. God says, you now, just the way you are. Last week, a friend of mine goes, why have you like always loved God? I go, because he's obsessed with me. Why would you not love somebody that's totally nuts about you? Like, we all like people that like us. He loves you. He is obsessed with you. The answer for you then is to say, whoa, yeah, I'm totally on board with someone that's nuts, crazy, in love with me and wants to give me the world and be my refuge, right? Be my tenderness. Be the place where I can say, everybody else tells me I'm not good enough, not pretty enough, need to weigh this, look this way, and do all these things. And then my whisper says, no, you don't. No, you don't. You be who you are, exactly who you are, how you look and what you do, and exactly what your personality is, whether you're too loud or not. He loves you, no flaws, all tenderness, no harshness. He doesn't want you to fit into any little box that looks perfect. The most normal thing in the world is not being perfect. Every single one of us have it. Not perfect, and it really doesn't matter. Number 2, kindness. Whether it's social media or girlfriends or anything, it all boils down to this. It's cool to be kind. Nice? Kind. Okay. It's cool to be kind, right? And it really is. Social media. I think we should all be a little bit more like grandmas. Are any of your grandmas on social media? Any grandmas? Yeah, grandmas have hit up social media, and they do this. They do this. Dear Kayla, Grandma here. You are beautiful on the inside and the out. Love, Grandma. And I'm like, Grandma, I can see your name and your picture. I know it's you, but thank you for the confidence. And they'll like every single picture, and they'll comment on every single one, and we could all be just a little bit more like that. Grandma here, you're amazing. We can do that on social media to each other. We can start there being kind, and then in real life, like I said, go get those girls that are feeling down and left out and not enough. And if you are that girl, somebody's going to come reach out to you, because we've been praying that exact thing. If you feel lonely, not enough, nobody understands you, God understands you, and he loves you. He absolutely loves you. And we've been praying that somebody else will reach out to you so that you don't feel lonely. But you know the best thing? We have all felt that way. Every single one of us felt like we didn't have friends, we weren't good enough, we weren't pretty, and just felt alone. It's actually the most common feeling women have, and then actually all of humanity, loneliness. It's a desire for God, for something more. And the last thing that I want to tell you is about God, of course. The tenderness. When you are wondering what the world is telling you and what you have to do, remember his tenderness. He who watches over you will not slumber. I love that. When we're asleep, he's just there like, I love the way you sleep. You're amazing. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and your going, both now and forevermore. And when the disciples were in the boat and the storm was coming, and they're freaking out and they're thinking they're going to die, and Jesus is like, quiet, be still. Done. All right, so the storm of our lives, when we go to God, when we go to Jesus, he says, done. All over. I'm your truth. I'm your tenderness. Don't listen to that. Listen to me. He is the only place and the only one, and he is madly, obsessive, crazy about you. Every single one of you. Love you very much. I'm done. Thank you.